holidays, it's hard to believe, but there are only a few days left until Black Friday. And what's so exciting about Black Friday is that it is normally a cash positive weekend. Our team just wrapped up a holiday retail boot camp. We were all over social media talking about this boot camp. It's broken into four different modules where we cover financials and forecasting. How do you decide actually what you're going to sell during the holidays? We talked about operations, we talked about marketing, but we also talked about time management and how you, as a business owner, are able to take care of yourself. One of the main areas that we covered in the beginning in module number one was about inventory management. And it doesn't matter what type of business you have, the way that you organize and categorize your inventory is incredibly important because it is that data that you will use to sell your business, to decide what to buy next, but also how to just make more robust and comprehensive decisions for your business. If you don't know what you're selling, it's hard to know what you need to amplify or leverage as an opportunity in the marketplace. So we talked about how do you organize your inventory. In most of our payment processing systems, whether you're using Square or Clover, or you could be using Shopify, there is a way for you to put in different items. But what are the names that you attach to each of those products? I want to show you this information. I'm just going to share screen. Imagine that you're walking into this store. Look at all of the different products that are actually in this store. So you see footwear, you see ready to wear apparel, you see scarves, you see candles. There are so many different items that this store has. How do you decide how to start breaking up these items so that you're able to understand what you're selling in your own environment? Many times, a business owner, when they want to sell something, they might just put the price of the item and then have someone tap their credit card and they're on their way. But when we do that, we have items that are uncategorized because we have no idea what we're selling. So if we look here, we're able to see that there is footwear. That's a category that is within this store. But the footwear is broken into many different subcategories. For instance, there are boots, there are sandals, there are these heels. So within footwear, there could be sneakers. There's a lot of different subcategories that we might have. In the same way as we're looking at dresses, we can see that there is a white dress, there is a lime green dress, one that has sleeves, one that does not have sleeves, one that has a tie in the front, one that has a cinched waist. So the way that you put items into your item library are important. What we utilize is what's called a stock keeping unit. You will hear merchants or retailers use this as your SKU. It is a way for you to have each of the items that are within your store, your environment, categorized. But not only that, each of them need to have their own unique identifier. Is it a red t-shirt or is it a white t-shirt? Does the t-shirt have the word love on it or does it have a plain front? Right? All of these different type of items that we have in our store need to have this unique identifier. But how do we do that? Well, one of the ways is we can look at breaking items out by brand. So think about when you go into a footwear store, there could be different ways that they are breaking out their individual brands. So for instance, there's a Nike section and a Hoka section and a Reebok section and on and on and on, right? So we can decide that if we're having a gift store that we are breaking it out by brand. But we can also have these different categories as I talked about. So it could be apparel, accessories, these overarching categories. Maybe you have beauty products, maybe you have cosmetics, you have fragrances. There's also subcategories, right? So we know that we don't just have apparel or clothes. There could be kid clothes, there could be men's clothes, there could be t-shirts, there could be jeans, denim, like all these different subcategories. You can decide to break out your products by the product type, right? Shirts, sneakers, candles, home decor, or even the season. So maybe I have not just dish towels if I have a home decor store, but I might have Christmas dish towels or Thanksgiving dish towels. So the way that you break up your individual items are important for inventory management. When you're looking at how you want to break out those product categories, think about mapping it out first. So think about the different products that you have that you're selling. What are the categories that you want to use to be able to break out that product, right? Again, we said in that store there was footwear and there was clothes, there were scarves, there were gift items. Decide the product categories. So think about 5 to 7 different main categories that you will have in your business. And then from there, start breaking them into subcategories and even start thinking about if you are bringing in seasonal items. So, one of the ways that we like to really look at having these unique identifiers or this SKU number or stock keeping unit, here is just a suggested format. I can put the brand in the beginning of the SKU format and then the category. So you see the abbreviation for t-shirt. And then the style is a classic fit. It could be a slim fit, but I chose that this is a classic fit. I put the color, black, use acronyms, and then also the size, medium. When I am deciding what I want to purchase next, especially if I'm selling clothes, I want to make sure there's a unique identifier for the size, also the color. So is it medium? Is it large? Is it extra large? So here you see medium, but it could be large, extra large, obviously using an acronym. You also could think about putting the date that you received the product. So let's say that I received a product on November 15th. I can put 9/15/25 so that I know that I received it September 15th, 2025. What we don't want to see is our product actually having a birthday. We want to keep product flowing in and out of our business. When you are thinking about the description that will be shown in regards to having this item on your website, you want to make sure that there is a strong product name that clues you in as a business owner on what the item actually is. Put a price to it. What is the cost price? But then also, what is the retail price? How many units you're actually bringing in. So if you bring in an order, you look at the packing slip, you compare it to your invoice, you can see, all right, I ordered 50 of these units or 100 of these units. Put that into your item library. So as you sell it, you have an exact understanding of how many units you have to sell. If there is a UPC, a universal product code, you can put that barcode and then also a very good image. You want to have a professional image. So many times people are shopping with their eyes. So imagine if I have all of these different seasonings, I don't want to just put it in as a broad category as seasonings. I want to be more specific in providing a great description of what type of seasoning that it is used for. Now, I want to give you an example of how this has a personal story of how this impacted me. When I was selling t-shirts, I had all of these different t-shirts that had different names on the front of them. There was the word love, there was the word hope, there was the word courage, and there was the word fearless. What do you think was my favorite word or the word that sold the most? Was it hope? Was it love? Was it courage? Was it fearless? Well, I thought for sure it was going to be love. I had this red shirt, it had the word love. I was getting ready to sell it for Valentine's Day, and I just knew that that was going to be the word that sold the most. And so, what did I buy? I bought the most of the word love. But what actually sold the most was not love, it wasn't courage, it also wasn't fearless. It was the word hope. So, did I get it right? I didn't. And that is the risk that we take. It is the projection that we take when we are buying products. But when we go to reorder more, do you think that I reordered more hope or did I reorder more love? I absolutely ordered more hope t-shirts because that was actually what sold the most. When you have A strong inventory library. It allows you to make better decisions as a business owner. So, as you get prepared for all of the positive sales during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, even Giving Tuesday into December, start now preparing your inventory library. Map out those categories and decide the subcategories so you have clean inventory. If you need any more help as a retail business owner, let us know. You can always go to our website, DPI, the number 2.com, where we have a list of retail services that we offer. Until next time, be well.